All great books says that you become what you think. You know that visualization is the source of reality, but you don't practice that every day. So this video is about how to practice visualization as a daily habit. Watch this valuable video completely, and this small effort may initiate you into something more powerful and meaningful life. As you lie down tonight and close your eyes, let me ask you something. What do you see when you think of your future? Do you see obstacles? You see the same routines, the same struggles, the same unanswered prayers? Or can you imagine something brighter, something bigger, something so alive in your mind that you can almost touch it? Visualization is not just daydreaming. It is not wishful thinking. 'Tis a tool, a bridge, that connects the unseen with the seen, the imagined with the lived. What you see inside, with enough clarity and repetition, begins to shape the reality outside. Imagine stepping into a theater every night before sleep. On that screen, you play the movie of your life, not the life you have, but the life you deeply want. The more vividly you play it, the more your mind begins to believe it, and the more your actions unconsciously align with it. Tonight's story is about this hidden power, the power of visualization, a practice so simple, yet so life-changing, that it has built champions, inspired dreamers, and carried broken souls into lives of meaning. Real-life example: Jim Carrey's $1 Million Manifestation. Jim Carrey, long before he was a household name, was broke. He lived in a van. He had no money, no connections, and no plan B. But every night, he drove to Mulholland Drive in Los Angeles. From that hilltop, he looked down at the glittering city lights and visualized producers calling him, praising him, signing him for roles. He saw himself walking into studios, shaking hands, smiling, laughing, living the life he wanted. But visualization alone wasn't enough. He did something even more powerful. He wrote himself a check for $10 million. He dated it. Thanksgiving 1995. And he carried that check in his wallet every single day. Years passed, he kept visualizing. He kept showing up for auditions. He kept struggling. But the image in his mind was stronger than the rejections. And then, almost exactly as he had envisioned, he was offered the film Dumb and Dumber. His paycheck is $10 million. What does this story tell us? It's not that life magically hands us what we want, but that when the mind sees something with enough clarity, the body begins to align. Opportunities become visible. Courage becomes natural, and persistence becomes automatic. You might wonder, is this just luck? Just coincidence? Science says otherwise. At the Cleveland Clinic, researcher Dr. Guang Yu conducted a fascinating study. He divided people into two groups. One group physically worked out their muscles. The other group only imagined themselves lifting weights. No physical movement, just mental rehearsal. After weeks, the group who only imagined exercise increased their muscle strength almost as much as the group who actually worked out. Think about that for a second. Your body responds to your mind. Brain scans show why. When you visualize an action, the same neural pathways light up as if you were really performing it. To your brain, vividly imagining running, speaking, swimming, or even succeeding at work feels very close to actually doing it. That's why NASA trains astronauts using visualization. Before missions, astronauts rehearse in their minds every possible challenge, every emergency, every step. By the time they face the real event, their brains are already trained. They feel prepared, calm, confident. Psychologist Dr. Tara Swart explains it beautifully. Visualization rewires your brain's expectations. It minimizes fear and maximizes confidence. Your mind cannot always tell the difference between what is vividly imagined and what is real. So if your brain can't tell the difference, why not give it a powerful image? Why not feed it the movie of your best self instead of replaying the old film of your failures? Albert Einstein once said, "Imagination is everything. It is the preview of life's coming attractions." Napoleon Hill reminded us, whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. And Bo Bennett added, "Visualization is daydreaming with a purpose." These are not just poetic lines. They are invitations to live consciously, to choose the pictures we feed our minds, because those pictures become our actions, and our actions become our life. Now, let's step into the world of sports, where success often comes down to fractions of a second. Michael Phelps, the most decorated Olympian of all time, used visualization as one of his greatest weapons. Before every competition, he closed his eyes and ran a movie in his mind. He imagined the splash of the water. He imagined the sound of the buzzer. He saw himself gliding through the pool, stroke by stroke. He even imagined potential problems, like his goggles filling with water, and practiced how he would calmly respond. By the time he entered the real pool, he had already swum that race thousands of times. Nothing surprised him. His mind had rehearsed victory so many times that his body simply followed the script. This is the power of visualization. It gives you a mental rehearsal for your dreams. So when life gives you the real stage, you're not a nervous beginner. You're already a master. How to practice visualization before sleep. So how can you, lying in your bed tonight, begin to use this power? Let me guide you step by step. Set a clear goal. Don't just imagine being happy or being rich. That's too vague. Be specific. Do you want to write a book, start a business, heal a relationship? See yourself in that exact future. The clearer the goal, the stronger the image. Relax your body. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath. Let the tension leave your shoulders. Feel the weight of the day melting away. A calm body opens the door for a clear mind. Create a vivid mental movie. Don't just see your goal, live it. Imagine the colors, the sounds, the smells, the emotions. If your goal is giving a speech, hear the applause. Feel the stage under your feet. See the smiles in the crowd. Embrace the emotions. This is the secret ingredient. Don't just watch the movie, feel it. Feel the pride of success, the joy of achievement, the peace of growth. The stronger the emotion, the deeper the brain records it. Revisit nightly. Do this every night. Consistency is what transforms visualization from fantasy into habit. Each repetition strengthens the neural pathways in your brain, making success feel more natural, more expected. Pair with action. Visualization without action is just dreaming. Every morning, let your vision guide your choices. If you saw yourself writing a book, sit down and write a page. If you saw yourself healthier, take the walk. Eat the meal that aligns with your vision. Bedtime reflection. As you prepare to drift into sleep, I invite you to spend just 5 minutes creating your mental movie. Picture your goal. See yourself already living it. Smile as if it's real. Let your heart feel the gratitude as if you already have it. Why before sleep? It's because your subconscious mind, the part of you that runs in the background, absorbs these images as you rest. When you wake up, you carry them silently, like seeds planted in your soul. Over time, those seeds grow into actions, and those actions grow into your reality. Remember this truth. You are never given a dream without also being given the power to make it true. So tonight, make this your new bedtime ritual. Visualize your success, not just once, not just for fun, but every night as a sacred practice. And tomorrow morning, let that vision shape the small choices you make, the email you send, the conversation you start, the step you take. Because dreams are not meant to remain inside you. They are blueprints waiting for you to build them. If this message has touched you, subscribe for more nightly wisdom and guidance, and share in the comments. What's one goal you'll visualize tonight before you sleep? Let's inspire each other with our visions, 'cause when you see it inside, you will shape it outside. Rest well. Tomorrow, your dream begins to take form. And remember, the movie of your future is already playing in your mind. You are both the director and the star.